ASMR POV. Yet the Ubisoft executive that made the decision to greenlight Rayman Raving Rabbits, influencing mascot design decisions so we'd eventually get minions. I spiked your French people food with a tranquilizer, and dragged your unconscious body into my gamer chamber, where I will now tell you about my Rainbow Six operator OCs. Both of my operators hail from that island you're not allowed to go to or they shoot arrows at you. Starting with Lectivo, defensive operator. Lectivo wears massive body armor, which makes him the game's first 4 armor 0 speed operator. This means he's not able to move using WASD. Instead, players must interchangeably look left then right to slide one foot in front of the other to reach their destination. To make up for his lack of traditional movement options, Lectivo cannot die. He's immune to explosives, melee, even falling damage. Especially falling damage. Lectivo has no gun. To fight, he relies on his extreme weight and his uncanny ability to fire strands of a super strong adhesive from his nipples. He's able to use this power to sling his way onto walls and ceilings, and wait for unaware attackers. Once an enemy crosses underneath, he can detach and use his immense weight to crush them. While on foot, he could flop over like a thwomp. It's always slower though, it takes like a second or two for him to fully, If he slams on a breakable surface, he goes right through. Smashing a wall at enemies will launch a wall of shrapnel like a giant claymore. When hit, enemies are immediately dead. Million true damage, no counter, reverse Uno card everything. Directly after being killed by Lectivo, operator corpses are launched and temporarily become lethal projectiles. If a corpse gets lobbed hard enough to make it into the skybox, the killed player will be booted from the match and randomly dropped into another match as an 11th player. Despite being unkillable, if Lectivo is the last person alive on his team, he will get lonely and leave the map, effectively killing him. Lectivo's offensive counterpart is Tadpole. Tadpole starts each round in his juvenile form. He's about the same size as a drone and controls the same. He's got 1 HP and will instantly die from any gunshot, but he's able to defend himself by spitting blinding green goo at enemies. And he does have a melee in the form of a little tiny bite. Tadpole's main objective is finding and eating food, like the freezer meat, dead players, and newly added NPC animals. At the start of every round, the game now simulates hundreds of years of ecological history for the map. It dictates what creatures will roam around for that round. You'll usually have a couple of deer walking around a house, maybe a couple of rats and crows, every once in a while. The game may create a situation where megafauna never went extinct and they're hostile to the players. Once Tadpole eats enough food, he evolves. He's able to evolve 3 times from his baby form. At stage 2, he gets normal operator health and looks vaguely humanoid. He can fire his nails off like little pistol bullets. And additionally, he gets really long arms that he's able to stick through drone holes to trip operators. At stage 3, he gets 500 HP and becomes large mode, allowing him to smash through walls and kill players just by running them over. Stage 4, he becomes supermassive and can no longer regionally fit inside of any of the compounds. This isn't really a problem, since all of them become like dollhouses to him at this stage, and he can use his big slappy flipper hands to devastate his opposition. He's invincible at this stage, but defenders can shoot out his eyes to blind him, in hopes that he just hits the hostage.
Mission failed! We'll get him next time!
Both of these operators will be added as part of Operation Fat Shit, which will also include the new map, all of Brazil, and a rework to Tower, which makes it not in the game anymore. Okay, pitch over.
You have 12 seconds to comply.